Overcoming the odds, a local high school student set to receive high honors from the state of Iowa today. Plus, the latest in the Rock Island homicide investigation as police continue their search for the suspect.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News this morning.
Good Friday morning, and thanks for watching Local 4 News this morning. I'm Emily Scarlett. Today, a Davenport High School student will make history at the Iowa Hall of Pride. Tyler Gertz is a junior at Davenport West High School and a cross-country runner. Last fall, Tyler, who's autistic, became the first student athlete to compete alongside his service dog. Now both Tyler and his dog Hugo are being honored. Local 4's Alice Kang has their story.
The Iowa Hall of Pride is a program of the Iowa High School Athletic Association located in Des Moines. The people that are recognized there are Iowa students who have excelled in activities like sports and arts, or students who have gone above and beyond in their community. On Friday, Tyler and his dog Hugo will be interviewed and their story will be showcased there.
Good boy.
Tyler and his service dog Hugo are like two peas in a pod. They spend almost every second with each other. Hugo is by Tyler's side during marching band. He even has his own student ID card so they can go to class together.
He falls asleep and snores in some of my classes.
But their favorite thing to do together is run.
I make friends, get exercise, and I get to do it with Hugo.
Tyler is on the cross-country team at Davenport West High School. When Tyler runs in cross-country meets, Hugo is always by his side. But his mom, Kelly, says it's not about finishing first. It's about doing what he truly loves.
He's not the fastest person on the team. He's not the fastest person on the course by any means, but he finishes every race, and his goal is to do better than he did last time, and most of the time that's what he does.
Tyler is the first student athlete in the state of Iowa to participate in sports with a service dog. Tyler and Hugo's story touched the hearts of board members at the Iowa Hall of Pride, and that's why they'll be honored there on Friday.
It's not just anybody. They've got to have a compelling story or be a recognized, like they have to be a national champion, or they have to be a state champion, or they have to be something that nobody else has done.
We really have had not much idea on exactly what this is going to look like in the end, but it's a huge honor.
Kelly and Tyler say this will be a trip they'll never forget. And while it's been a long journey to get a service dog like Hugo, Kelly says the memories that they've been able to make together are priceless.
Hugo's helped him overcome a lot of things that have been, struggles for him, and given him kind of a platform to say, this is who I am, and I can do things too.
I couldn't imagine my life without him.
Tyler will be the first autistic student ever to be inducted into the Iowa Hall of Pride. Alice Kang, Local 4 News.
A big congratulations to Tyler. Thank you, Alice. An Amber Alert has been issued for a missing girl from Kelowna, Iowa. They're looking for 17-year-old Dominique Lloyd. She's 5'6", weighs 130 pounds, has blonde hair and blue eyes. Investigators believe she may have been kidnapped by 24-year-old Michael Newth. He's 6'1" and 168 pounds, has blue eyes and brown hair. Newth is on the Iowa Sex Offender Registry. Police think they're traveling in a black Mazda MZ3 with Iowa license plate number DXL 519. They could be headed to Georgia or Florida. Police are looking for a 17-year-old boy they say is responsible for Wednesday's murder in Rock Island. An arrest warrant has been issued for the teen authorities consider to be armed and dangerous. Detectives say Kyrie Carr shot and killed 15-year-old Jesse Armstrong. Officers found Armstrong inside a home on 20th Avenue with a gunshot wound. He later died at the hospital. Both Carr and Armstrong used to be students at Rock Island High School. If you see Carr, police say do not approach him, just dial 911. The next big primary of the election season takes place Tuesday in the Hoosier State, but the Republican candidates have turned their attention to another prize. Donald Trump and John Kasich will address California's GOP convention today, while Ted Cruz speaks there tomorrow. Right now, Trump is the only Republican nominee capable of pulling in enough delegates for the nomination. Democratic candidates Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders both campaign in Indiana today. Meanwhile, hundreds of anti-Trump protesters clashed with drivers and police last night in California. Trump was speaking at a rally in Costa Mesa at the time. The group gathered just outside in the parking lot of the fairgrounds where he was speaking, but eventually spilled out into the streets, blocking traffic at several intersections. At least 20 people were arrested. The largest sale of its kind in the Quad Cities area is about to bloom. The Big Brothers Big Sisters plant sale kicks off today. Several local 4 employees helped out with the setup last night. It all starts at 8 this morning at 2 different locations, the Northwest Bank and Trust Tower on Welcome Way in Davenport and Unity Point Health Trinity on John Deere Road in Moline. It's the largest fundraiser for Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Mississippi Valley.
So that goes into paying for staff that supports all of our matches, to help enroll new volunteers, to sign the kids into the program. I mean, all sorts of things that we do to support kids who are facing adversity in the Quad Cities.
You'll find more than 27 flower varieties for sale. They include 3,000 flats and 2,000 hanging baskets. And what are plants without dirt? The iWireless Center is full of it this morning. It's all for this weekend's Monster Jam. 80 truckloads of dirt are being dumped on the arena's floor to set up for this year's course. The Monster Truck Jam takes place Saturday and Sunday. Tickets are still available. Checking in with meteorologist Anthony Peoples on this Friday morning. Anthony, I'm ready for the weekend. In fact, I'll be at that Monster Truck Jam as a judge, but I say that lightly. I doubt my opinion will mean that much on the event.
You know, Emily, I've referred to you publicly many times as my work wife, but I'd never had you pegged as a Monster Jam person.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. It sounds like a lot of fun, so I'm getting ready to judge some monster trucks.
And you know, the good news is with all the soggy conditions coming in this weekend, it'll give people something to do inside.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Not just soggy. Look outside behind you this morning. Pretty foggy out there, too.
Oh, no, I'm afraid to turn around. Should I turn around and see what's behind me?
Take a look, Anthony.
Outside right now, we do have foggy conditions across the Mississippi to Illinois River valleys. It has gotten thicker over the past half hour than what we saw earlier this morning. So do take it easy on your morning commute. 46 degrees right now in Moline, a northwest wind at 7, and 43 in Davenport. The wind's about 7 miles per hour. Right now at Quad City International, visibility still at 4 miles. 10 miles is perfect visibility. But you notice here as we look across the area, down around Galesburg, the visibility is down to 1 mile. So take it easy out there early this morning because that fog will stick around. Now later today, the clouds may break open enough to allow the sun to peek through. We're seeing a few of those breaks right now in and around the Quad Cities. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of sunshine in here because we do have more rain on the way later tonight and into the weekend. So this morning, patchy, dense fog as kids head off to school, and this afternoon, there could be a few breaks. We'll call it mostly cloudy and hopefully be optimistic to get partly sunny in here. Cool temperatures this afternoon, 61 degrees. And Emily, I told you I would share one more photo. I showed you Shanghai Harbor during the day. This is Shanghai at night. And again, the population in and around Shanghai, China is about 34 million,
Ooh.
Which is about 4 times the size of New York City. It was just incredible, just the energy. This was taken at around 10 o'clock Sunday night, and there were still just thousands of people milling around.
Beautiful picture, Anthony, but what was it like being around all those people?
I didn't have a problem with it because it was just so exciting seeing all the marquees lit up in Chinese that I had no clue what they were even saying. But you know, Scarlett Johansson was gracing billboards there, selling phones or something like that. So you know, it looked familiar.
Something different.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Anthony. Well, round 3 of Tour de Brew QC is coming up next weekend. Our live guest has the details next.
Stay with us. You're watching Local 4 News this morning at 6:09.
WHBF is local for you with Emily Scarlett and meteorologist Anthony Peoples. This is Local 4 News this morning in high definition.